Hey guys, welcome to Series World. Today I'm going to explain a teen drama series called Raising Voices from 2024. Turn on subtitles and spoilers ahead. The third episode opens with a flashback of Alma going to kindergarten for the first time. There she makes her first friend. They sit together and start drawing pictures. The scene changes to Alma posting on Instagram about how she felt after getting physically assaulted. She decided not to tell anyone and to wear a fake smile. Back to the night of the party, someone comes up to Alma. Alma seems to know that person. They take Alma from there. Meanwhile, David and Greta are looking for her everywhere. Morning comes, and David tells Greta to call Alma's mom and tell her the truth. So, she does that. Vero tells her that Alma has come back home and she's grounded. Greta requests Vero to at least let her come and see Alma, but Vero denies. Meanwhile, Alma is lying in her bed, getting constant flashbacks of what happened to her. Her little brother comes inside her room and lays down in the bed while hugging her. February rolls around, and Alma is now going to school. Everyone keeps staring at her. Even Hernan doesn't talk to her. Alma enters the classroom, and Alberto and his group show her the video of her at the party that's been going around. Nata also laughs with Alberto, and Alma feels betrayed, so she confronts Nata. But Nata doesn't back down and says that they've also left her and gone to the party. After the class ends, Alma goes to the restroom to have a smoke, and Nata follows her there. She asks Alma why they didn't tell her. Alma replies that they only got 2 tickets. Nata is not upset that she couldn't go because her parents wouldn't have let her anyway. She's just upset that she gets left alone all the time. It's like she's the third wheel between Greta and Alma. Alma understands and tells her sorry. She hugs Nata and tells her that she also wishes Nata was there with her. We then see Greta defending Alma in the comment section of the video while she's grocery shopping. She notices that the girl she met at the party is also there. They kind of flirt with each other before the girl leaves. She tells her that they should see each other again. We then see Alma going back home. She finds a letter from Greta in the mailbox. The next scene shows Alma sitting in her room, scratching herself. At some point, she starts bleeding and goes to see what happened. Vero comes with a first aid kit and treats Alma. While treating her, Vero tells Alma that if she takes regular drug tests, focuses on her studies, and helps around the house, she will get her phone and money back. Plus, she might let her go outside on weekends. Alma agrees, and they make a deal. Later, Alma takes her dog out for a walk and meets with Greta for the first time after the party. Greta asks her where she went that night. Alma lies and says that she started walking and got lost. After that, she hopped on a bus and went back home. Greta is suspicious about what Alma is saying. Later, after coming back home, David comes into Greta's room and asks what happened with Alma. Greta tells him what Alma said to her, but adds that she believes Alma is lying to her. David tells her not to think too much of it and leaves. Greta starts investigating the pictures that the club posted of the party. In one picture, Greta spots Alma behind 2 women sitting in that tunnel. She messages them, asking whether they have more pictures from this moment. Greta then goes to the dining room, and her parents are scolding David for taking Greta and Alma to the party. They regret letting David have the weed plantation in the basement, but they had no other option as this was their only income source. Well, Greta's dad tells her that soon everything will change because he's preparing for a job, and he's hopeful that he'll get the job. Greta is happy for her dad and hugs him. Flashbacks start, and we see Greta telling Alma that she can't go to the same school as her because her parents can't afford it. Alma starts crying, and Greta tells her that no matter where she goes, she'll go with her too, and she'll never be alone. At present, Alma is smoking outside her house. Her parents are arguing. Pablo is upset that Vero agreed to let her go outside, but Vero thinks that if they force her, they'll lose her completely. The scene changes to Alma in class. She's still thinking about how she was assaulted. She comes back to reality when Nata calls for her and asks whether she would like to have a smoke. While she's leaving with Nata, her teacher stops her and asks her how her studies are going. She assures him that she'll try her best to pass the test. After that, she starts hanging out with Nata. Nata asks her why she's acting weird since the party. Alma tells her what happened with David but doesn't tell her anything other than that. Meanwhile, Greta has gone to a seminar about how to interact with people who have been sexually assaulted. She learns that victims of SA are very self-conscious. They don't open up to their loved ones because they feel like they will be blamed for what happened to them. So, it's better to take things easy with them. After that, Greta goes to a shopping mall. Meanwhile, Nata is telling Alma how she and Alberto are going to a fancy hotel on Valentine's Day. Alma is happy for them. Nata then tells her not to worry about studying as she will lend Alma her study notes and even help her join her study group too. Back to Greta, she notices that the mannequins are now covered up, and she sends a photo of this to Alma. She grabs a snack and gets out of there. Outside, she finds the girl from the party again. The girl, named Mercedes, offers her a ride. In the car, Greta notices that Mir smokes weed and tells her that she smokes here and there too. Mir asks her whether she'll be able to provide her some, and they agree to meet on Saturday for this. On the night of Valentine's Day, Nata posts a story of her getting ready on Instagram. She puts on a sexy dress and does her makeup, then goes out. Alberto compliments her on how pretty she's looking, but he tells her sorry as he can't take her to the hotel because they tripled their price for Valentine's Day, and he can't afford it. Instead, he asks her to go to Christian's apartment and spend the night there. At first, Nata is disappointed, but decides not to ruin the night and agrees with Alberto. The scene cuts to Greta, who got replies from a bunch of people about Alma, but there wasn't any useful information. Meanwhile, Alma is lying in her bed studying when Berta comes to see her with some supplies. Berta asks her about the necklace, but Alma tells her not to stress her about this. They then go outside the window to have a smoke. They start talking about the environment in their school. People in Berta's art school are crazy, but in a good way. But in Alma's school, everyone is like a psychotic robot. Berta tells Alma what her psychiatrist told her. She has been seeing a psychiatrist since the last time she snapped. Alma remembers too. Flashbacks show Berta breaking down inside a stall and chugging down a bottle of vodka there. Alma tries to talk to her, but she screams at Alma too. Berta tells Alma that she's sorry for what she did to her. She was stressed and in a dark place as her parents' divorce was getting ugly at that time. Alma tells her it's okay, as she also didn't properly know what Berta was going through. The scene changes to Nata and Alberto making out in a tiny bedroom. Nata notices pictures of a woman in a maid's uniform there. After they're done, Alberto tells her that it's the maid's room. Alberto goes to the living room and starts playing games with the other boys instead of spending time with Nata. Nata also comes out of the room, and some of the boys start giving her nasty looks. Very upset, Nata leaves the place, and Alberto tries to follow her. Meanwhile, Greta is in the car with Mir, trying her weed. Mir likes it and becomes their customer. Greta tells her that she has to leave now, which makes Mir a bit sad. So she takes Greta's phone and saves her number. They plan to meet at Mir's house next time. After coming back to her house, Greta notices that she got some photos from the two girls that took pictures where Alma was seen. In the photos, Greta sees that a man is taking away Alma from there. She sits down at the table and writes a letter to Alma. In the letter, she tells her that she keeps remembering the time their schools became separated. She was worried for Alma because she wanted to protect her, which she couldn't do from another school. Now Alma has become the strongest version of herself, but even the strongest people need someone to listen to them and their worries. So Greta requests Alma that she can tell her if anything bad has happened to her. And even if she doesn't tell her anything, she'll love her anyway. We then see Alma reading the letter and crying in her room. She then goes to Vero and requests whether she could have her phone back. Vero gives her the phone, and she sees that she has gotten texts from Greta. She replies to Greta's texts and checks her Instagram. There, she finds a text from someone calling her a slut, and a picture of her sleeping is also attached. The episode ends with a terrified Alma closing the curtains of her window. To watch more explanations of these kinds of series, click on the videos on your screen. And don't forget to let me know how you feel about today's video in the comments down below. And at last, thanks for watching.